I'm here in Chicago with the newly revealed 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. In Canada, they're calling it the e-Boxer Hybrid. In the US, it's just the Hybrid. It is more efficient than any Forester behind it. It has the lowest emissions ever of any Forester before it. It is a dual motor with a 2.4 liter. Still gets the famous symmetrical all-wheel drive from Subaru, and it gets more power and it gets more tech inside. Let's have a look around. Yes, as I mentioned, in Canada, this badging will say e-Boxer on the Hybrid for the Forester. Also in Canada, the Hybrid is only available on the top trim, whereas in the US, the Hybrid is available on several of the trims of the Forester throughout the lineup. Same amount of space. We only lose the spare tire for the Hybrid battery. So that's the only space difference. We have hooks back here. We can fold back seats down from back here, 60-40 split. We have tethers for 3 car seats, privacy shade. We get 12 volt back here, and again, some more hooks on that side. I love this rugged floor mat cover. We get the lovely big vertical screen in the Forester, and I love that. We have a digital driver's play, totally digital, which is first on the Hybrid for the Forester. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, Apple CarPlay integration, wireless charging. We have an aux cable outlet here, a USB and a USB-C, 2 big cup holders, a good leather wrapped sturdy feeling gear selector, and more tech on the Forester Hybrid like emergency lane keeping. We have plenty of room back here. I have tons of leg room and headroom. I am 5'1". We get a really nice premium leather and suede interior. This is what you can expect on this top trim in Canada as well. We get seat back pockets, lots of room, USB and USB-C. I even have heated seats back here in this trim. I even have a vent on this side, and then a latch for 2 infant car seat, child car seats, but we have a center latch as well, which is fantastic because it just gives you that flexibility of where to place your car seats in the back seat. The sunroof comes all the way back here, and it is opening. This Forester Hybrid gets the usual symmetrical all-wheel drive system from Subaru. To make it a hybrid, they use some Toyota parts. And we have an electric motor in the back and an electric motor in the front. And that is what makes it the hybrid. So it's still a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder paired with those 2 electric motors to make it the hybrid. This one is 194 horsepower. And we get a continuously variable transmission on this Forester Hybrid as well. I don't have pricing yet, but it looks to be, I would say, the best Forester ever, in my opinion, but I think hybrids are amazing. More fuel efficiency, more torque, it just feels good. It'll have some regen braking, things that you can adjust. Can't wait to drive this one. Let's go have a look at the new 2026 Forester Wilderness. And here it is. This is the 2026 Subaru Forester Wilderness spec. So what makes it the Wilderness? Well, a lot of things. So we get some unique visual changes, but that's not all. We also get all-terrain tires. We also get higher ground clearance. This has 9.3 inches in ground clearance. We have skid plates. We have off-road tuned suspension. We get more towing at 3,500 pounds. That's more than the regular, any of the other trims of the Forester. We also get an improved or more robust X mode. Of course, it's all-wheel drive. All Foresters are. The Wilderness also gets some cool badging throughout. You'll notice a lot more plastic cladding on the Wilderness spec as well. And it gets better approach angles, both front and back. And did I mention skid plates so that you can take this off-road? Yeah, speaking of aesthetics, you see those fog lamps and the gold accents. We're gonna get Wilderness badging throughout. I love the way Subaru does their Wilderness gold on all of their Wilderness specs you guys have seen. Symmetrical all-wheel drive badging. There's gold on the roof rails. Those roof rails are also specific to the Forester Wilderness spec, and we get some more gold accents on the back. We even get a power lift gate on the Wilderness trim, and I really appreciate that. We do have a spare tire on the Wilderness. We can fold those back seats down from back here. It's a 60-40 split. We do have a privacy shade on this spec as well. Same hooks, same 12 volt as we just saw on the hybrid. This Wilderness also gets a Harman Kardon sound system, which I forgot to point out on the hybrid. Again, with the gold accents, we have a digital display on here as well as our big vertical touchscreen. Of course, we get advanced X mode on this. I mentioned that. One of the things I forgot to mention is that we get 4 tow hooks now, or recovery hooks, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. The old Forester just had 1 on the front, 1 on the back. We have wireless charging, cool slot here, a couple cup holders, a nice kind of a rubbery with the gold gear selector, very sturdy feeling. This all feels very different than the hybrid we just looked at. And then we get this cool star pattern in here with the gold stars on here, yellow contrast stitching, and then this is like geometric feeling. It's very cool. All right, obviously the size is not different back here from the hybrid, but we get a totally different interior because this is the Wilderness. We have the sunroof comes back here. We have a completely different faux leather, but it's all weather seat coverings because of course the Wilderness is built to be more rugged, taking on more adventures than just your regular Forester. Center armrest with cup holders. We get yellow stitching and this cool star pattern throughout. Again, flat floor. We have a USB and USB-C. I will say I note the difference that there's no rear heated seats back here in the Wilderness as there was on that hybrid we just showed you. All right, you guys, that's it for me here in Chicago with the new Forester Wilderness for 2026 and the new Forester Hybrid for this year. As always, thank you for being here. Leave me a question or a comment. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.